cities that are disappearing from the map. Have you ever imagined waking up one day to find out your entire city is sinking, drying up, or simply vanishing? Around the world today, there are cities, real cities, disappearing from the map. And it's not science fiction. It's happening right now. Let's start with Jakarta, the capital of Indonesia. It's home to over 10 million people. But it's sinking. Yes, Jakarta is sinking faster than any other major city in the world. Why? Because of excessive groundwater extraction, rapid construction, and rising sea levels. Experts say that by 2050, 1/3 of the city could be underwater. In fact, the government is already planning to move the capital to a different island. Next, there's Venice, Italy, a beautiful city built on water, famous for its canals, gondolas, and historic architecture. But every year, Venice experiences more frequent and severe flooding. Locals now use raised walkways just to get around during high tide. Despite advanced flood barriers being installed, Venice continues to sink slowly due to both rising seas and the soft ground it's built on. Now consider Mexico City. It's one of the largest cities in the Americas, but it's also slowly collapsing. The city was built on a drained lakebed. As water is pumped from underground, the ground beneath sinks. Some parts of Mexico City have sunk more than 9 meters over the last century. And the sinking continues, unevenly, causing buildings to tilt and streets to crack. Then there's New Orleans, USA. Surrounded by rivers, wetlands, and the Gulf of Mexico, New Orleans is already below sea level. Add climate change, hurricanes, and coastal erosion, and you have a city in constant battle with water. Experts warn that without long-term intervention, parts of the city could be lost permanently. And we can't forget about Bangkok, Thailand. With rapid urban growth, weak infrastructure, and sea level rise, Bangkok faces a similar fate. Floods are becoming more frequent. Land is sinking. The city's future depends on urgent action and smart urban planning. These aren't isolated cases. They're part of a global pattern where climate change, overpopulation, and human decisions are literally erasing cities. So here's the question. Which city do you think will disappear first? And what should be done to stop it? Share your thoughts in the comments and follow for the next one, because we're about to expose how the maps we all trust have been lying to us. Follow us to see how maps lie to you without you realizing. Let's go. Have you ever looked at a world map and assumed it was accurate? Most of us have. But what if I told you the map you've grown up with has been lying to you all along? Let's start with the most popular, world map, the Mercator projection. It's the map used in most classrooms, websites, and even GPS systems. But here's the truth. It distorts the size of countries, especially near the poles. For example, Greenland appears nearly the same size as Africa on most maps. But in reality, Africa is about 14 times larger than Greenland. Canada looks gigantic, yet it's smaller than you think. And Antarctica? It looks like a massive continent stretching across the bottom of the Earth. But that's due to extreme stretching from the projection method. So why do we use a map that's inaccurate? Because the Mercator projection was designed for navigation, not for accuracy. It helped sailors chart straight-line courses across oceans, but it greatly enlarged countries farther from the equator. This has deeper consequences than you might expect. When people constantly see Europe and North America as larger and Africa as smaller, it can subconsciously shape our view of global importance and power. Maps influence perception, and perception influences policy, education, and even pride. Now let's talk about upside-down maps. Did you know that north is only at the top of the map because someone chose it centuries ago? There is no scientific rule that says north has to be up. Some countries, like Australia, have even created south-up maps to challenge the idea that the northern hemisphere should dominate the top. And have you ever noticed how some maps don't show all countries equally? Tiny island nations are often left out completely. Political borders are drawn differently depending on which country made the map. So yes, maps are tools, but they are also persuasive stories, shaped by history, power, and convenience. Next time you look at a world map, ask yourself, who made this? And what story are they trying to tell? Let me know if this surprised you, and follow for more shocking geography truths that most people have never even thought about.